This is part 2 of the last Tuesday tutorial where I showed you how I extracted that horse. This is the before and that's the after. Now we're going to do we're going to add some clouds and we're going to add some rains to really make this pop. So here I am. This is where we left from last week. So that's the horse. If you didn't watch this episode, go and watch it. The link is up here. You can watch last week's episode so you know how to extract. Don't forget you can download the raw file. The link is below the video. Okay, so now the first thing that I want to do to make this more believable is maybe to make the luminosity match. I find that the horse is a little too bright compared to the background. So because it's a raw file, I can double click on the horse. And I think I want to crush the blacks. I don't want any clarity. So I'm going to take the clarity out. I like the contrast though. Maybe lower a little, yeah, just a little bit of exposure. I mean, the main one was the clarity. And for now, I'm not going to add any color cast because we're going to add clouds. We're going to do many things to this photo. So voila, I just want to make it a little more natural. I wanted to go for like a very contrasty, desaturated kind of look. And for that, I wanted to add some clouds there. So I'm also going to give you this file, which is some clouds. I'm going to click them and I'm going to click and drag them on the horse composite and press the shift key so that it's above everything. Now you can see the clouds are much smaller. It's fine. It's a smart object. So I'm going to press Command T. Remember, Command T is the most used shortcut. I'm going to make my clouds much bigger. And I want the dark clouds to be on top. So I'm going to right click while I have this selected and I'm going to click Flip Vertical. That's going to put the dark clouds above. I kind of like that. Voila. So I'm making the clouds over the entire image and then I'm going to put this into multiply mode. So that's one thing that's super important to understand is multiply modes in Photoshop basically blends different photos with different kind of mathematical formula. To make it simple, the multiply mode just makes everything white and visible. Now, so the clouds are perfectly there. The problem is that it's made the whole photo way, way, way too dark. So there's two things we can do. First, we can make the clouds brighter. So I can press again Command L, which is the levels that I'm doing on the clouds. And I can just go up, here. I never know which way to go. And make my clouds a bit brighter. That's one way of doing it. The other thing I can do is I can double click here on the horse. Remember, it's non-destructive. And I can make my horse more well exposed and open the shadows of the horse. So the horse is brighter and press OK. And that's gonna, that's kind of going back and forth and sort of blending this. Okay, the horse is better. We can see some of the clouds. The clouds are still too dark. And I didn't want that much cloud, so I can lower the opacity of the cloud. And you see the problem is that the clouds, because of the multiply mode, we can see they are like here and here. I only want them on top. I don't like what it does here so much on the grass and everything. We can kind of see them on the grass. They kind of make some part darker, some part brighter. I don't want that. So one way of doing that is pretty simple, is I'm going to make a selection of the sky by using, again, the famous quick select tool. You know it by now. Making it a bit bigger, I'm just making a quick selection of the sky. I have to make sure I'm on this layer. Okay, and Command D to undo, and let's start again. Yeah, I want to make, okay. What's going on? I'm basically going to make all my layers invisible except this one, just to be sure. Okay, I'm selecting the sky here. Okay, and this is, I don't want this part of my selection. So, I mean, there's not much contrast. And for this one, you need to make a very, very fast selection. We don't need to mix, it needs to be very approximated, it's totally fine. So now I have the selection of the sky, but what I actually want is a selection of everything but the sky. So I need to invert my selection. That's easy. I can go to select, inverse. And now I got a selection of the countryside. Now, check this out. I go back here on the sky. Let me put the horse back. And I've got this selection here of the horse and everything. It selects everything but the sky. All right, so now I have a selection here. Now, I drag and drop this, and sometime Photoshop is going to create a smart object. You can see there's a little cloud here. I'm going to right-click, and I want to make sure the sky is not a smart object for what I'm about to do. So I'm going to rasterize layer. Rasterize means lose your super capability of smart object, which is non-destructive, and just become plain, just a regular image. So now it's a regular image, and I can go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I'm just going to blur it's going to blur the clouds where the landscape is. And check it out, before, after. Maybe that's a little too much. I still want to get some of the shade of the clouds. It makes some kind of like nice texture. Okay, but at least they're not so much visible. Command D to undo. And now the cloud is there. I think I want to make my photo a little bit brighter, but again, this is a smart object, so I can double click on it and I can just open the shadows even more, boost the whites, click OK. It just makes, by making this whole photo a bit brighter, the horse a bit brighter, it just stands out a bit more. I can do the same thing here on the bottom. I can go here and I can open up shadows, make it a bit brighter and press OK. And because we're using this blending mode, and I just go back and forth until everything blends like the way I want it. Now that's too bright, so that's way too bright. And voila. So I'm going to go back to how it was. And yeah, that's kind of cool. So now I want to give it a style. I mean, the colors are not great. I don't like the colors so much. I want to give it a style. Because I have this rule is that when I have a photo that I don't like the colors so much, I like to give it a style or make it black and white. But first, we need to get rid of this barbed wire. So that's going to be easy, but we have to go out of the smart object mode to get rid of that because now we're getting something which is destructive to the photo. So I need to look at my horse and decide if I want him to be so bright or not. I think he's a little too bright, so I'm going to lower the shadows on him. I don't want him to be so bright because once I've taken out the smart object, I cannot do anything. I cannot go back. I mean, I could do it, but destructively. So I'm going to right click, here, and click on rasterize layer. And now I can use the spot hitting brush tool and just make it a little bit bigger with Alt and Control, and I can brush around on the barbed wire and just erase it. And it's going to do its best to just replace it with like horse texture. I can see here something is weird here on the mask. I can just go back here and remember white reveal, black conceal. So I'm going to take a small brush, make sure it's 85%, black as the foreground color 100%, and I'm just going to brush here to take this out, press X and brush here to take this back. Oh, that's the barbed wire. That's why there's a little bit of a barbed wire there. So make sure you click on the image, and I'm going to clean the barbed wire. And there's, I mean, it was pouring rain on the horse, pouring rain. So that's why there's some really funny texture there. Okay, so now we took that out, and I want to give it a style, and I want to make this blend all together. So you see the sky is very blue, and the rest is very warm. So this is still a smart object, so I can double click on this one, and I can add some blue. To make it match better, and I think this is a little too bright. I'm going to lower the highlights a little bit. Click OK. Just to make it match better. Yeah, now it's got the, but I don't like the mood of the photo, right? And I also want to add some rain because it was pouring rain that day. So I'm going to add some rain, and for this, I'm going to give you some rain brush that you can add really quickly on this. So I'm going to create an empty layer, but first we need to download the brush. All right, so to download the free brushes, the link is below this video, you're going to get what we call an ABR file. An ABR file, you just double click on it and boom, it's installed in Photoshop. It's really cool. So now I've got this empty layer, and if I go to the brush, B for brush, I can go here and let me make this a little bit bigger. So just, I give you a little trick. You see you got 3 weather brushes, okay? And we can make them, I like to make it bigger. And it was raining exactly like this. So I'm going to add some small and medium rain. So first I'm going to take the small rain. All you have to do is click on it. And the rain color is probably going to be like grayish something. So I'm going to click on the foreground color, and I'm going to go something like a bit grayish, maybe in the blue, something like this, a little gray, blue, something like that. And all you need to do is basically brush away, and it's just going to add some rain. It was really pouring rain, and you just click and paint, and let me zoom in so you can see. See how it adds rain, B for brush, and I love the rain that it adds. So usually what I do is I first kind of put it everywhere, Okay, voila. And it's very realistic rain that has been photographed. It's already blurred. It's already got a direction. It's really cool. And sometimes to make it even more sort of random, I'll show you a cool trick. So first I put it kind of everywhere. And then what I do is I create a mask, an empty mask. And remember, white reveals, black conceals. And I'm just going to go to Filter, or Render, Clouds. And what that's going to do is put some clouds, and it's going to make that the rain is not everywhere. It's kind of random where it is, and it's kind of cool. You can double click here to name, that was a small rain. And now I want to add some middle rain. So I'm going to create an empty layer, call it middle rain. And I'm going to go here, make sure the brush is, again, a very light blue, grayish blue. B for brush. We click here and we go back in the free weather brush that I just gave you, and we take the middle rain. Okay, and now I'm just gonna paint this, and check this out. The middle rain is very powerful, so I'm gonna put it everywhere, and I'm gonna do the same trick using clouds to make it disappear. Maybe not too much, you know, in front of the horse, but that's fine because we're using a mask. So here is the rain. Voila, put it everywhere. And then I'm going to click here for the mask, and I'm going to go to Filter, Render, Different Clouds. Different clouds, and now the rain is not everywhere. Yeah, it's a bit on the horse, but I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. Okay, to wrap this up, now we've added the rain, we added the clouds. I'm going to go and give it a final, I want to make it black and white because I don't like the colors so much. I want to make it a dramatic black and white. So I'm going to press Command-Alt-Shift-E. Command-Alt-Shift-Key is a crazy, crazy, crazy shortcut. What it does is that it creates, basically, I have to be on the top layer for that. Command-Alt-Shift-E. So Command-Alt-Shift-E is going to create a layer taking into account all we've done so far. And now that I have this layer, I can right-click and I can convert it to Smart Object. Remember, the purpose of Smart Object is you can apply filters in a non-destructive way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a filter, Camera Raw filter. And Camera Raw is amazing to do black and white. It's the same thing in the develop module in Lightroom, and I'm going to put a link to one of my best black and white free tutorial on Lightroom so you can see the theory behind this, because I'm not going to spend another half an hour explaining good black and white. I mean, I like the photo, but I think it would look great, even better in black and white. So I'm going to go here and I'm convert to grayscale, which is cool. And then I'm just going to play around with the different colors. Yeah, maybe make this a bit darker. I think the orange, I want to make the orange a bit darker. So what it does, it detects whatever like yellow is there, and you can make that yellow brighter or darker. So it's going to make a brighter or darker gray. I'm only doing that to I'm just doing really fast to add a bit of contrast. That's cool. But we need to do a lot of like dodge and burning and things to really make this pop. First, I want to darken the sky here and darken there. You know what? I think I'm going to make it a very efficient method. I'm going to click here and I'm going to make a big radial circle around the horse, okay? And this circle, I'm going to lower the exposure. So it's lowering everything but the horse. I don't want to do it so much, but something like that. And here you can use the feathering. No feathering means that you can see the circle really clearly, and a lot of feathering means you can't. I'm just gonna let me take out the overlay so you can see. You see, that would not be natural. Okay, so I wanted something in between like this. Okay, but now the horse I find is too dark, so I'm gonna right click here. I need to click show overlay so I can select it. I'm going to right click, I'm going to duplicate that circle. I'm going to move it a little bit on the right, and on this one I want to do the opposite. I want to go inside, and instead of darkening the inside, I brighten the inside. I make it brighter. So now we have like a vignette effect on the photo. And I kind of like that. And now let me go back to the basic settings, and let's maybe open up the shadows a little bit. Let's bring on the highlights. Let's do the white point, the black point, add some contrast, make it a bit brighter. You know, I really want this to be like a dramatic black and white kind of photo. And I think I want to take a brush and basically, and you see, I think the rain is a little too strong now. So maybe, you know what, maybe I'm going to lower the clarity. That's going to help make the rain be less visible. Maybe lower the exposure or crush the blacks a little bit. I think it's mostly on the horse that it's too visible. So I can now take a brush and I can lower the exposure, make sure flow intensity is in the 80s. And this is, I mean, honestly, at this point, you can do whatever you want. I'm just giving you an example. I like black and white. And so I'm just gonna darken some part of the horse so that the rain is not that visible on him. Something like that. And voila, I'm gonna go back. Let's look at the overall, maybe I boost the whites. I can check out my black, my whites. And I think I wanna add I wanna darken even more the bottom part of the photo. So let me zoom out. Yeah, I wanna darken. Sometimes it's good to look at it from far. You're like, oh, I wanna darken the bottom part of the photo even more. So I'm gonna use a gradient here. I'm gonna lower the exposure. And again, watch my video on black and white if this is going a little too fast for you, because I explained you a lot of theory. It's in Lightroom, but it's the same thing in Camera Raw. Camera Raw and Lightroom development, same thing. Same tool, same everything. It's to just look a little bit different. Okay, click here. I kind of like that. I think I wanna make some brightness there. So I dodge and burn, I do a lot of things like this. So now I'm gonna make it a bit brighter. I think I wanna brighten here a little bit. Not that much, but lower just the face here a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I mean, we came from a long way. I'm gonna press OK. And voila, so now I turn this into a dramatic black and white, but because it's on a layer, I can even lower the opacity and make the original color come through or go completely black and white, whatever you want. So that's how it was and that's how it is now, and I can do anything in between. Maybe a little bit like that, it's kind of cool. And voila, that beautiful horse with some rain we extracted. I think it's a cool project to learn Photoshop. I hope you're gonna like it. Give it a try, really try to do it. Post it on social media and just tag me at @photosearch on Instagram. I want to see if you're capable of doing something like this. It's a great training to learn Photoshop. I hope you enjoyed this. Like this video, remember this. And guys, I came up with a course called the Fine Art Masterclass course. It's my best course ever. In case you did not see the trailer for it, here it is. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. I'm really happy to announce to you that I have a new course coming out called the Fine Art Masterclass course. This is 7 years in the making, actually even more if you take into account when I shot the photos. But basically the idea of this course is I'm going to show you all the best photos of the 6 coffee table books that I've published over the last 7 years. We are going to start with the Paris book, black and white. I'm going to show you some of my best shots, like this Arc de Triomphe photo that I retouched with Aurora HDR and Lightroom. This crazy panorama of the Eiffel Tower that is my most sold panorama of the Eiffel Tower in galleries. Then we're going to do the New York book. On the New York book, I'm going to show you so many projects. This beautiful black and white of Brooklyn, a metro station in black and white. I'm going to show you the back cover of the book with this photo of Brooklyn. And I'm going to show you sky replacement with black and white of this foggy photo of the Manhattan Bridge. Then we're going to go to the Venice book. And on the Venice book, I'm going to show you so many projects, from carnival shots to extreme long exposures, to some of my most iconic photos of Venice before and afters, including Vertoramas, including long exposure with filters, everything, so many projects in Venice. Then we're going to go to the Los Angeles color book, where I'm going to show you lots of projects, Beverly Hills, colorful. I'm going to show you how I did the cover of my book, which is not only the cover of my book, but it's also the cover of the State of California magazine. I'm going to show you some projects from Venice Beach, some panoramas in downtown, some photos for the Malibu State Park. In all, you've got over 25 different projects. Then we're going to go to New York, and I'm going to show you how I made the cover of my new New York book. Many projects, Central Park at fall. I'm going to show you this amazing photo of Central Park, how to shoot at night, how to create really interesting vertoramas in the city. Last but not least, we're going to do my Paris book, where I'm going to show you some crazy projects, including the cover, which was a very hard project, including my most famous HDR photo of the Eiffel Tower, including crazy HDR panoramas with different kind of colors, and last but not least, day to night kind of photography. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know in this course, including a business class on how to get a better exposure in the media, how to get published in magazines, how to get book deals, and how to get into galleries. So if you want to take your photography to the next level, if there's only one course you want to buy from me, that is a Fine Art Masterclass course. Not knowing how to shoot and knowing Lightroom and Photoshop can really make or break your career. I really want to help you to get to the next level. This is a perfect course for you. I'm sure you're going to love it. It's going to take your photography to the next level.